Welcome into the Staying Like Men podcast. I'm Daniel Jollenberg.
And I'm Logan Ingram.
And we are here to discuss what it means to be a godly man. And we've been at this for a little bit, but we're...
Year and a half.
Yeah, right at. We've had to take a few hiatuses, but yeah.
Yep.
We're very glad that y'all have joined us along the way. Some of y'all have been listening since episode 1. Some of y'all have just now started joining us. We appreciate you whenever you have joined us. And I feel like there's supposed to be an end to that sentence, but it's not there.
That's right.
Okay. You want to talk about socials and how they can interact with us?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are glad that you guys are here, and you can find us on all the socials, on YouTube, on wherever podcasts are found, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that good stuff. But we would love to hear from you guys. We love answering some of y'all's questions and any discussion that y'all might want to have. We'd love to hear your thoughts on how the podcast is going or topics that you might want covered. And you can find us on those socials. You can message us through there or make comments on the episodes, or you can email us at standlikemen@gmail.com.
We also have a website. Do you want to talk about that?
I keep forgetting. It's not up and running yet. It's under construction.
Well, it is up there.
Well, they
can go find it.
It is up, and you can find it, and it is standlikemen.com. Yeah. I keep wanting to mix up our email and the website.
I did that last episode too.
But yeah.
The website is sponsored by FjordWorksSoftware.com. Good time listener Isaac reached out to us and said, hey, I make websites. He can also do apps and any other sort of software thing that you need created and built. He can do that for you. But he reached out and he wanted to help us out, and he made us a website.
Yep, he's doing an excellent job.
Yeah, he did it really quick.
Yeah, I don't understand technology.
I don't know how he did it.
It's fascinating to me, and I'm glad people like him exist.
Yeah,
because I can't do it.
It was quick and it was good, and it's up there right now. StayingLikeMen.com. Anyway, okay, so we're talking about marks of an uncommon man.
Yep, this list is was brought to me, shared with me by friend Bryan Schwartz, and he shared this with a group of us, and he'll be actually coming out with a book here after a while. So I'll be happy to share that whenever that happens.
Yeah,
but yeah, he shared these with us, and I think they're amazing. There's about 60 something of them. Mm-hmm. I think they're spot on. They're all rooted in Scripture, each one, and so it's not just something somebody made up. This is straight out of the Bible.
Yeah. We're on number 4 today, which is he represents the king. An uncommon man represents the king. The verse for this one is 2 Corinthians 5, verse 20. This is the New King James. Now then, we are ambassadors for Christ. As though God were pleading through us, we implore you on Christ's behalf. Be reconciled to God.
An uncommon man understands that he does not belong to himself anymore. He is an ambassador, which is what the verse just said. That means his speech, actions, standards, and conduct all carry representational weight. He knows his life is communicating something about the king he belongs to. He does not just ask, can I do this? He asks, what does this say about the one that I represent? You know, I've seen every business that I know of. You know, if you work for them, you kind of need to watch your socials and stuff like that, because you're an employee, especially if you're an influencer type. And I've seen it recently in the outdoor space. Someone was just recently fired for a video from 8 years ago. Mm-hmm. And I know the guy, and it was taken out of context, but he was fired because that video did not represent the company that he was working for.
Yeah.
And so but we're ambassadors for Christ. So if we're running around partying and having a good old time and living for the world, what does that say about God? I mean, it does not communicate what we want to. We're not being good ambassadors, because we're supposed to be representing. Mm-hmm. So, and that leads into the common man represents himself. You know, his concern is preserving his brand, his image, his feelings, and his position. He filters decisions through self-interest rather than kingdom responsibility. And because of that, his life reflects more of his flesh than it does of the king. So yeah, we're called as representatives to live a specific way. And if we're not living that way for Christ, and to represent God. We cannot be ambassadors, right? Like we can't go around talking about being Christian and encouraging people to join the church, and then on Monday we're hanging out with the same old groups, partying it up, or whatever, or Saturday night, and then we show up at church the next morning. Like that doesn't, like people who see us in both environments are like, this dude's a hypocrite. Like that is the number one frustration with people about the church. It's hypocrisy. Yeah. Because that's exactly what they see. If we're supposed to be ambassadors for Christ, and yet we live for ourselves, for the weekend, for other people, for approval from others, then, I mean, what does that say about Christianity and about God? I mean, it doesn't say anything really. It says it's not important.
Yeah. You were talking about like people getting fired from businesses. It's kind of like if you work for, this is a very weak analogy, but I'm gonna go for it, see how it lands. You and a buddy, like let's say we started up a restaurant. What kind of food do you want to make for this analogy?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm just asking you.
Steak.
Steak? I'm good with steak. Let's do steak. Steak and burgers.
There you go.
I'm partial to burger. Anyway,
I love a good burger.
Yeah. Also, a bigger burger should be built like in diameter, bigger in diameter, not height.
Right.
I don't like unhinging my jaw. I want it easy to eat, but I do want a bigger burger.
Yep.
Anyway, that's beside the point.
I concur. So
we're opening up a nice steak and burger restaurant. Beautiful, and it's good. But then if I go out and I'm a partner in this. I'm representing the restaurant. If I go out and I start advertising and start doing what I can to help out the Italian restaurant down the road, like a direct competitor, we'll say, and I'm steering people towards their business, then I'm not a good representative of our business. I feel like that was a weak analogy. I think it got the point across, but I think it was very simple and derivative. But
yeah, I mean, well, you see that. Let's just use social media influencing.
Yeah.
As like if somebody's sponsored by, I'll just go with outdoor stuff.
Okay.
Say somebody's sponsored by Leupold Optics. Leupold is an optics company, scopes, binoculars, all that stuff. And then yet every single video you see, they're running Vortex. Like you don't have any credibility. Yeah. Like if you're pushing Leupold, but you're using something else, it's like the Ford dealership employees driving Chevys. Like you lose all your credibility. Like there's nothing. Yeah.
That's a much better analogy than mine.
It's the same analogy.
I guess it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in this, the tie back is that we are supposed to represent Christ, right? And we have partnered with Christ. And so if we're out doing the worldly things, doing the things that the devil wants us to do, then we are losing our credibility. And we're not steering people towards Christ. We're steering people towards, hey, do the things that you want to do. Be casual with your faith.
Well, there's like the last part of the uncommon man blurb. He does not just ask, can I do this? He asks, what does this say about the one I represent? And it goes back to, I believe Paul says that all things are permissible, but not all things are beneficial. And so that kind of goes right back to this. It's not, can I do this? It's what does this say? There's a lot of gray area in the Bible, like musical instruments. People bring up alcohol all the time. Like smoking cigarettes is not brought up in the Bible. Like that stuff's not brought up. Like it's not specific. And so you could look at it and go, okay, well, here's these behaviors. I don't really see them listed specifically in the Bible. Like they didn't have 800 horsepower Mustang Cobras back in the day. So the Bible doesn't list anything about reckless driving and going 150 miles an hour in a 70. But so the Bible doesn't necessarily say we can't do that. But is that permissible? Like, I mean, is that beneficial for anybody? Like if you're on a racetrack, sure. But if you're just driving your reckless endangerment, it's probably not beneficial. Yeah. And you're going to get a ticket. Yeah. And so, but that's how we have to look at this stuff is this beneficial? Does it does it further the kingdom? And what does it say about my God and my relationship with him? Because again, you lose credibility. That's the world we live in. Like, judgment is something that happens in the world. You will be judged based on your actions. There's no way around it. We all do it every day automatically in certain circumstances. But so if we are not living the way that we really should be as Christians and not living out a life representative of our relationship with God, then again, we lose credibility. And going back to the hypocrisy thing, a lot of people don't want anything to do with it because they look at it as fake. And because, you lose credibility in everything you're doing, not just the one thing. Like your whole life is going to be scrutinized and say, well, you do this one thing. Well, I don't believe the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Like you're lying about this, or you're a hypocrite about this thing. Well, then I can't credit you with anything. It's kind of like if you go to the Bible and anything in there is refuted, beyond any doubt. They say this is fake and a lie. You have to discredit the entire thing. And so, but nobody's been able to do that.
No.
So, but that happens in our lives.
Yeah.
If somebody comes up and say, you lied about that, then the assumption is you're a liar. So I can't believe anything that you say. And so if we're not fully representing God, then we have nothing to stand on.
Yeah. Well, it's what Jesus says of, if you're faithful with little, you'll be faithful with much.
Right.
And it's what we were talking about a couple weeks ago with in the First Timothy series of, it's about being above reproach. Like it's not that we are sinless. It's that people don't look at us and assume that we're most everybody is comfortable admitting that people make mistakes. But it's like, generally we're above reproach. We live a lifestyle that represents the King. When we have character.
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly what this goes to.
Yeah. 100% points to character.
And number 5 kind of goes back to number 1 a little bit. But number 5 is he sees himself as sent, not settled. So another mark of an uncommon man is he sees himself as sent and not settled. In the verse anchor is John 20:21. So Jesus said to them again, peace to you, as the Father has sent me, I also send you. An uncommon man understands he is sent into every environment. He is not just existing in a home, in a workplace, a church, a city, or a relationship. He's been deployed there. He lives with assignment awareness. He knows the kingdom puts men into places for a reason. So he does not drift through his days. He engages them.
A common man settles into routine. He gets passive, casual, and numb. He sees his life as something to manage instead of something to steward missionally. Because he does not see himself as sent, he misses the purpose built into ordinary places. This is kind of a collection of several of the ones that came before it.
Yes.
Like it's not just that this first one, he is not just existing in a home, a workplace, a church, a city, or a relationship. He's deployed there. It's like, I don't know how many guys I see that like go to church, and when you ask them to do anything, it's like, no. And then you can tell what kind of husband and father they are by how their kids act.
Yeah.
And their kids are running amok. We call them feral, just feral kids running through the church, or disrespectful or whatever. And it's like, okay, I can see I know the type of man you are because I see what has come from you, and you're not intentional about this. You're not deployed in your house. You are living there, and you're relying on your wife to take care of everything. These are able-bodied men, intelligent men that come from good homes, and they are employed. But it's like, what are you? There's more to life than just coasting. And these guys that I see are just kind of coasting. It's like, dude, we need you. Like, we need you to be intentional. We need you to step up and like act like you have a purpose. Because you do. Like God, in the Ephesians verse that we read recently, it's God has work for you to do, and he has it prepared for you to do. You just need to do it. If you are a Christian, you are supposed to partner with God, and we need you.
Yeah, there's definitely a divine assignment.
Yeah.
For each of our lives, and we can allow ourselves to just to do that, to coast, right? Just like the leaf analogy a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
Is you just fall in the river and then you just go wherever the river goes. There's no point or purpose or assignment. You're just going. And it's incredible what can happen to you when you do that.
Yeah.
And it's I mean, you end up in situations you shouldn't be in or never thought you would be in. You end up experiencing things you never thought you would.
Yeah.
And not in a good way. Generally, they're almost all negative. And so knowing that we have an assignment, kind of like going back to the deployment aspect of it, like we're deployed. Like the military deploys people for a very specific reason. To go to a very specific area and be there for a very specific reason. They don't just go, hey guys, we're gonna gather a bunch of you on a boat, and then we're just gonna let the tide take you wherever, and then when you get there, figure it out.
Yeah.
Like that's like,
Yeah.
How effective is our military going to be? We're not.
No.
I mean, that'd just be the most insane way to operate ever.
Yeah.
Like no one, that doesn't make any sense.
No.
Right. So why would we each in our own lives do that? And just go, man, I'm just going to go throughout life. I don't have an assignment. You know, it's kind of like the kid coming home from school going, I don't have any homework.
That was me.
So I'll just going back to, coasting. I learned probably in 5th grade how much work it takes to get a C or a D. And so I set that precedent for the rest of my career, my scholastic career.
Yeah.
And until I was a senior in college.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like I could do that. It's like, this is how much work it takes to pass. That's exactly all the work I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And I didn't fail a single class. Like I failed 9 weeks in high school and got grounded from hunting. And buddy, you talk about
Motivation.
an assignment and a motivation. I made an A in that. I switched that F to an A in like 6 weeks.
Nice.
And so I knew I was capable, but then guess what I did?
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
C's
I don't
get
feel
degrees.
like doing that. C's get degrees. Exactly. And it caused a lot of issues actually in college and high school.
Yeah.
And I mean, looking back now, if I had if I had just gone to get a corporate job, those corporations might have looked at my GPA and be like, dude, this dude's dumb.
Yeah.
Or he's extraordinarily lazy.
Yeah.
And incapable. And so that would have been really bad.
Yeah.
If I'd have gone that route. And it was all because I just coasted. That's exactly what I was doing. I knew the minimum. And I don't believe God calls us to the minimum ever.
No.
We are called to the maximum all the time. And I've failed miserably throughout my life in this regard. Sometimes I've given my maximum, and a lot of times I give my minimum. And that's not the way to be. We're not effective doing that. Like I wasn't effective going through school like that. I mean, and no one would have believed that I was effective either. Like people who look at my grades go, you're not effective. And even though I was capable, I didn't show it. And it's the same way with our lives. Like if we're not showing that we're capable, then we have nothing to base our capabilities on, and no one else does either. Yeah.
It's kind of like what we talked about at the beginning. We are expected to be representatives of Christ.
Right.
And if we're coasting, if we're just settling down doing the bare minimum, like some of these guys that we were talking about at church, is like, okay, I know a guy who, like, he's married, he's got a couple kids, and he's got a job, he's paying bills, but it's the bare minimum. He hasn't gotten divorced. Good. Very good. He's working. Good. Like that. He's providing monetarily, but he's not, and he's not active in his kid's life. Like he's not active in the raising of his children. He's relying on his wife to discipline them. He's relying on her to like tell them what to do and how to do it. And like whenever she goes out on like a girls' night or whatever, he'll call her and be like, "Hey, what do I do? Like how do I cook dinner?" It's like, you don't know how to cook a dinner? Like one singular, no. He has no idea. And it's like, you can do so much more. Like, but he's just doing the bare minimum. He is settled down and he's just kind of like hunkered down and just waiting. And he's coasting through life and waiting until, essentially he's just waiting to die. And I don't know I don't think I guess I should check on him. I don't think he's depressed. I think he's comfortable coasting.
Mm-hmm. I know a lot of people like that.
And you can see it in his lifestyle. You can see it in how his kids behave around him. Because he'll holler at them when they're doing something wrong, but you can tell that the kids don't see him as any sort of authority figure. Because he'll holler at him and it's just like, what's happening here? This is weird. It's like, I don't know. Am I getting too poo-poo on people?
No.
Okay.
No. And I mean, you could see this whole representative thing. Like, look at Joe Biden and Hunter Biden. And this is just a father-son deal. But Hunter Biden supposedly, he represents the Biden family. Mm-hmm. And I know whatever your views on Biden might be, Hunter Biden didn't do anything to further Joe Biden's reputation, mm-hmm. right? And he was a horrible representative of that family name.
Yeah.
And I think everybody can agree on that. But and you see how powerful that is in a worldly arena, mm-hmm. just in the world, in the United States. Well, think about our representation of God, like mm-hmm. what kind of lasting impact we can have. If that one dude had that big of an impact on the world by doing cocaine and stuff mm-hmm. and having photos of it and not representing his father, who is the president of the United States, mm-hmm. imagine what kind of impact the man can have if he's representing God in everything that he does mm-hmm. and to the maximum of his ability and being an ambassador. Because I think that's also a point too, is an ambassador is not, I think representative and ambassador are a little different. Like, I represented my family by getting C's and mm-hmm. D's. I was not an ambassador for my family's intelligence. Mm-hmm. What an ambassador is proactive. Like that's okay. They call that on social media. They call them brand ambassadors and stuff. It's because they are proactively pushing product and items or someone else or a course or whatever it is, a lifestyle. Mm-hmm. They are proactive about it. They're intentional about it. They are talking about it all the time. They're showing photos and videos and mentioning it all the time. They're not just a representative, because mm-hmm. if they're a representative, they're just maybe they work in accounting and they're an employee and then they just go home after that. Mm-hmm. They're not forward facing. Yeah. And if we're ambassadors for Christ, that's very different mm-hmm. than just being a Christian coasting.
You have a task.
Yes, you have a task.
You have a responsibility more than just don't screw up. It's you need to actually bring people into this.
And he goes back. He lives with assignment awareness. Mm-hmm. Like if you have an assignment, then you are supposed to be proactive and do that. Yeah. Just like if the military is being deployed, they are active duty now. They're not hanging back. They're being deployed to active duty mm-hmm. and front facing and to actually produce action. Yeah. It's a good way to end that.
What is or that is?
Yeah.
I think that was it. I think that was it.
Okay.
Like it's assignment. It's not happenstance. Like we're not into this by accident. It's intentional.
Yep. And this verse is very clear. Yeah. As the Father has sent me, I also send you. Mm-hmm. That is a call to action.
Yeah.
It's not a, hey, you're part of this now, hang out
Yeah.
and wait for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's not it.
Yeah. It's like, no, you have a responsibility.
Right. Yeah. I mean, any company who hires an outside sales team, they send you out in the world to produce,
Yeah.
not to just amble about.
Yeah.
Like they'll fire you.
Yeah.
Like, that's not your assignment.
No.
Your assignment is to produce. And I think that goes back to the fruit that we're supposed to produce, right? We're supposed to produce things
And there's
for the kingdom.
And like with everything else, there's an intentionality about it.
Yeah.
Got to be intentional.
Thank you for joining us again on the Stand Like Men podcast. We love going through these marks of an uncommon man, and I love that they're each rooted in Scripture. So they're not just an opinion of who we should be, and each one of them are all rooted in intentionality. But we're grateful that you're here, because that means that you were intentional about taking time to listen to us. And we'd love for y'all to be intentional about sending us comments and reflections and thoughts and whatever else you might have for us. If there's ideas about the podcast or ratings or reviews, we would love to hear from you guys in any way. And you're welcome to find us on all the socials and the podcast networks. You can, on YouTube, you can send us comments or direct messages, and you can also email us at standlikemen@gmail.com. Our verse is 1 Corinthians 16, 13, and 14.
Be watchful.
Stand firm in the faith. Act like men. Be strong.
Let all that you do be done in love.